Okay, today we're playing a game on Hollywood. We are in the Silver SR range, and we'll be playing as Roadhog the entire way through. And because we're in Silver, we're not going to worry about what our team comp is, because it doesn't really matter that much beyond do you have a tank and do you have a healer. We got both those things. And isn't that really all you can ask for? Now, our combo of tanks is Roadhog Diva, which is traditionally quite bad. But when people don't know how to play their heroes yet, it doesn't really pay to worry that much about team comp, because the team comp won't function correctly anyway if people don't know how to play their heroes. So, let's just start the game. You might notice this game isn't very long based off of the timeline. So, half the team decides they're going to go up, and half the team is trying to go straight down the street instead. Going down the street is kind of scary right now, because we don't have a shield tank, and they're all just standing out there shooting at us. So we decide that we're going to go up this way, reconfirm with our team. She was getting bullied by Doomfist, so we stopped to make sure she wasn't going to get killed. Now Diva's decided to just go up the main gate, so you know, it's taken us a while to get anywhere, really. So this is also kind of a scary way to approach, to be honest with you, just funneling down this narrow doorway at them. But fortunately, Diva's gone in 1,000 miles ahead of everybody else, so that means they're too busy murdering her to really worry about spamming into this doorway at us. So it's about the silver linings, you know? So Doomfist did just fling himself bodily past us right there. Look, there he goes. So we should be a little bit more concerned with that than we are right now as Roadhog, because we're pretty good at killing Doomfist. We can hook the man, and then the man will have a bad time if we've hooked him. So we should be a little bit more concerned with the Doomfist flinging himself into the team, rather than just trying to shoot this shield. Also, as it turns out, Reinhardt's over there as well. So we could be more, we could be trying to kill them instead of just shooting at the barrier right now. You know, breaking barriers, Roadhog's pretty good at that, so, you know, it's on our list of things to do, but I'm more interested in killing one of the two men that are 1,000 miles ahead of their team right now, and being as we have hard crowd control and a lot of burst damage, we should be worrying about that a little bit more. We could just, like, walk around the doorway and start shooting them, and try and, like, hook the Doomfist, or, oh fuck, he's alive? I just heard him hit the wall. Incredible. Lived with like 2 hit points. Great job, Reaper. What was I gonna say? Something about walking around the corner and shooting the Doomfist and the Reinhardt. If we got hard crowd control, we're really good at killing people who are out of position, basically. And they were way ahead of their team right now. So we decide that we're going to go all this way around right now. 2 of their team are dead right now, because we can see that Doomfist and Reinhardt still died anyway, even without our input. So we should just be more concerned with, like, getting in there right now and doing something. I'm not sure what we were trying to hook. It's whatever. We should just be worrying about, like, trying to get in there right now. Like, yeah, we'll take some damage going through the doorway, but, like, not the end of the world. We can take a breather, and we pretty much won't die while we're doing that, because, yeah, Bastion's looking at us, but there's a wall right there. Instead, we take a very long time to, like, go around the backhand side, and now we're here. It's taken us basically almost an entire minute to get to the gate to actually start doing anything, which is really bad uptime-wise overall. We're only at 14% ult charge right now, so Roadhog, like, it's not unreasonable to expect Roadhog to have his ult by now, so we're doing pretty bad in terms of uptime right now. So some of our team have decided to try and go left. Our team isn't here right now, so, you know, that's not gonna work out too well. So we're a little too close to the barrier right here, because the metal chunk is actually, like, hitting it rather than popping in front of it. Because if the metal... Counterintuitively, if you get hit in the face by a giant ball of scrap, that's less impactful than if you let the scrap burst in front of you. And I mean, you know, I guess both would do a lot of... I wouldn't be happy either way, but I feel like if I got hit in the head by a giant ball of scrap, I'd still be less happy about that overall than, like, the bursting in front of me. But I don't know, I've never experienced it firsthand. Anyway, though, it does less damage if the metal ball hits it, so we were a little too close for the right-click right there. So Bastion's just used configuration tank, and he's going to kill a lot of our men now. He's going to kill a lot of our boys. They're all getting murdered. Mei ran forward to use her ultimate, and immediately got clapped in the face by a tank, so that was very good. Doomfist ulting right now as well. here's Doomfist right now. Don't take a breather. We're fucking dead. Don't prolong the death right there. I mean, it got interrupted by Doomfist, so it didn't really prolong it, but we're fucking dead. There's no way we get out of this situation alive, so just die faster. Also, with Roadhog, you have to worry about how much ult charge you're feeding the enemy team. So if you start taking a breather when you're, like, definitely going to die, all that happens is you give them an extra 300 damage worth of ult charge as well. So don't do that. If you're gonna die as Roadhog, just die. Don't take a breather and, like, prolong it and give them more ult charge. So, May's our shield tank, which is very exciting. We want to try and hook the Bastion if possible, but there's a lot of barriers in the way, so this is going to be a problem for us. So here, we just got punched by Doomfist, so we immediately just spin around and then hook, hoping he's standing right behind us, and he wasn't standing right behind us. So we want to be a little bit more deliberate with using the hook like that, because this is pretty free while he's, like, hopping away from us right there. I mean, it's kind of like aim better, isn't it? But, like, this right here, it's pretty free. It's a pretty easy hook to land right there. And we just, like, turned around, hoped he was there, and tried to hook. And we didn't get anything. So try and be a little bit more conservative with the hook right there. Also, something to bear in mind with Roadhog is once the enemy team sees you use your hook, suddenly you become way less scary to them. Because that's the scary thing about Roadhog, right? Getting hooked by Roadhog. Because then you're pretty fucking likely to die. So try not to just hook people, like, hoping it accomplishes something, or just, like, hoping you hit someone. Because you'll want to try and hook people where it's actually going to mean something, like you're probably going to kill the guy, right? You might need help from your teammates, but you want the hook to probably result in a death. You can't really 100% guarantee it, unfortunately, but you want to be pretty sure you're going to hook the guy, and pretty sure you're going to kill the guy. Because that's the whole thing that's strong about Roadhog, is the hook, pretty much. You want to leverage it as much as we can. You don't want to just, like, throwing it out, hoping it hits someone, and then just, like, hoping you kill the guy if you pull it in as well. Because while your hook's on cooldown, if you're just using it willy-nilly, whenever, the enemy team sees you missing it a lot, you become a lot less scary to them, just because they're like, well, Roadhog keeps missing, first off. But secondarily, while your hook's on cooldown, you're just not a very scary hero as Roadhog, so the thing I always point out is, like, imagine you're trying to save your Mercy from a Tracer right now. So, Tracer's like, gotta respect the fact you can kill her, because you can hook her and kill her, right? You're one of the heroes that's pretty good at killing Tracer with the hook. So, she's gotta respect that. She can't just, like, do whatever in front of you, because you can hook her. But if you try and hook her while she's like 1,000 miles away from you, you're pretty unlikely to land the hook, right? She's pretty small, she's got mobility, she's got more time to react the further away you are, right? So overall, not super likely to hit it. But if you try for that super unlikely to land hook, and then Tracer sees you miss it, she goes, oh, well, don't have to worry about Roadhog anymore, and then just blinks right up to the Mercy and starts trying to kill her, and all you've got at that point is try and left-click the Tracer, which is really hard to do as Roadhog without the hook. Whereas, if you don't hook Tracer, right, you just wait until you're pretty sure you're gonna hit her, the longer you sit on the hook cooldown, the more cautious Tracer has to play around you. So you want to wait until you have a good opportunity, because just the fact that you have the cooldown affects how Tracer plays. She has to play more cautiously until she sees you use the hook. In theory, anyway, if the Tracer's bad, she won't give a fuck and will blink right next to you anyway without seeing it, but then you just hook her and kill her because she's, like, standing right next to you, so it's pretty easy to land at that point. That's part of the idea, anyway. Just, you know, broadly speaking, Roadhog thing. Not that particular thing, you know, we just turned around and hoped we hooked someone. So not super one-to-one example, but that's just a general thing with Roadhog. Sometimes the threat of the hook is scarier than the hook itself. Because Roadhog's zone of threat is really fucking scary. So we did manage to get Bastion, but unfortunately... No, he did die. Okay, alright, he did die. As I say, unfortunately, he's gonna hobble away from us, but he did die. Unfortunately, Reinhardt earth-shattered us, and there wasn't a lot we could do about that. We did kill Reinhardt, but Mercy's been rezzing Bastion while this has been happening. Oh! If only we hooked him right there. We might have actually been able to capture the checkpoint if we captured Bastion right there. So, oh, he doesn't know. He doesn't suspect a thing. You see, it's scary to do still, though, because Arissa's seen us. So, like, I'm not really opposed to still, like, hooking it and going for the shot and everything, but don't like the idea of doing this, like, using the Rudy Tooty Whiz-Bang Shooty right afterwards, because we're going to be doing it at half health, and our teammates are not in a position to heal us right now. So I'm not really opposed to the hook, like, going for the hook right now, but I'd rather just, like, go for the shot, take a breather, run away if we're going to do that. But even that is still pretty aggressive right now, given that, like, our team isn't fully with us yet. Like, they're coming, but, we're still way ahead of our teammates right now overall, and, like, they do see us coming. So it's still, like, a really aggressive play to make, but I'm not really opposed to just hooking Bastion to get him out of turret form, and then, like, taking a shot, taking a breather, and retreating. But the ult is too much, because you paint a giant target on yourself, you're doing it at half health, and Arissa's already shooting us while we're doing it. So, that part I'm not with. Even going for it is still pretty ballsy, but, like, to be honest with you, there's a pretty good chance they just don't react appropriately in Silver, and you get away, like, you walk up, do a bunch of damage to Bastion, and then leave anyway. Doomfist did that, and that was, overall very sad. Most of our team's dead right now, so this is, not going particularly well, so we tried to hook, yeah, just missed. Unfortunate. And now, we really should have been trying to leave sooner than this, but there were some unfortunate circumstances around. But most of our team was dead, so we really want to just, like, get out as soon as physically possible. And if we don't think we can get out, we should just die faster, so we can regroup with our team faster. Granted, regrouping with your team is a lot harder to do when your team does shit like our team's been doing, but hey, you know. That's the theory, anyway. So, Reinhardt's doing that. Unfortunately, we didn't manage to hook him, but he's still fucking dead. Like, he was still doing something he wasn't allowed to do. So we did hesitate there for a second while the blizzard's happening on the point. We haven't got time to hesitate, really, so, like, just get in there as soon as possible. But, you know, we're pretty fucked overall still. It's not exactly going well. So we only got to use our ultimate once that entire round, and it wasn't very good. Which, yeah, you know, whatever. But, like, the fact we only got to build up one ultimate as Roadhog is a little upsetting, because Roadhog builds his ult real fast. I can hear someone yelling right now, and I think it was May, so she's probably upset. So, it didn't go particularly well, which is very unfortunate. It's okay, we can, you know, we can just defend. But yeah, it looks like we're gonna have a pretty good chance at defending. That Reinhardt skin is really sick. It doesn't make any sense for... It's a Three Kingdoms skin. It doesn't really make much sense for him to have that skin, but it's a skin that he has, and it looks pretty sick, so it's okay. It's not like Lu Bu, who I'm always angry about, because I've already done that rant like 3 times this week, so let's not do it again. But it is pretty sick. Guan Yu is also one of my more favorite Three Kingdoms characters. So, now we've got to defend. They're running, it looks like, the same comp again, which is not overly surprising, to be honest with you. Why not, right? So there goes Doomfist. What made us take... Why did we take so much damage right here? Was it just being in front of Bastion, basically? Yeah, pretty much. So, you know, be careful about sticking your face out in front of Bastion when you're a big, beefy boy like Roadhog. So that's a good hook, but unfortunately our team did not capitalize on it with us. As Roadhog, you can't one-shot the Bastion, tragically, so you do require some assistance from your teammates to try and kill the Bastion. Hold on. Nope, this isn't far back enough. Where did we hook Bastion? We hooked him... We hooked him here. So, you know, it's more of a nitpicky thing, but still something to think about with Roadhog. When you hook the guy right around now, turn, so that you try and hook him, like, or you throw the hook and then you start turning a lot of the time. But, you know, you try and hook the guy, and then you try and hook the guy, you try and turn, so that he's pulled further out of position than he is right now. Because pulling him out here, hey, you know, that's cool, we still pulled Bastion out of position, great. But if we turn, like, hook him and then turn 180, he's suddenly more out of position and has to physically walk around us as well. And, you know, sometimes you only get him to the side of you, but, like, you still pull him further out of position than if you just hook the guy right in front of you. So it's more of an optimization thing, but he does have a higher chance of dying if you hook him and then rotate so that you pull him further out of position, because it does pull him in front of you. So if you turn quickly enough, you'll pull him, like, behind you or to the side of you rather than just in front of you. But yeah, we're pretty fucking hosed right now. We are pretty fucking hosed. Yeah, they captured the checkpoint to no one's massive surprise. We don't see the play of the game. Unfortunate. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Let's look at the videos. So, I mean, your Overwatch is kind of trash. You know, just it's my opinion, but you know. I haven't watched any Apex videos still, but that's actually not true. I've watched like one Apex video, which was just someone talking about Apex. But YouTube's like, hey, you know what you've watched? Some Overwatch videos, and you know what all the Overwatch people have jumped ship to? Apex. So you probably want to watch some Apex, right? Nah, that's fine, you know. And then I follow Max, so that's, you know, fighting game man, very good content, very enjoyable. And I follow Northern Lion, which is 90% of it, so great job, YouTube algorithm, you mostly got it figured out. So, we talked about a lot of things. I'm mostly just thinking about how long it took us to build up ult charge, to be honest with you, because that just tells me we spent a lot of time not doing very much. Because Roadhog gets to build his ult really quickly, and it took us such a long time that means our uptime was really bad. And you want to spend as much time as you can in the game doing something, which in Roadhog's case is shooting at people, even if it's just poke damage, you know, hitting a barrier or what have you, you know. Just like uptime and trying to hook people, but it took us an extraordinarily long time to build up our ult. Now, they did have 2 barriers, which will make it harder for us to build up our ultimate, but it still took a really long time. So we've spent a lot of time not actively working towards something, basically. Like, it took us a long time just to get to the choke point, you know? And part of that was team composition, where it was just, like, scary to walk straight up the street and things like that, but our uptime overall was not particularly good. And, that's very important. It's very important in Overwatch. I will also say, like, I still don't think it matters. Like, it wasn't gonna matter particularly much in this game, but, and, like, in the silver, your team comp doesn't matter that much, but I will say it anyway just for completeness' sake, which is Diva Roadhog is a bad combination of tanks because you've got 2 off tanks rather than any main tank, which is not ideal. So we should have considered changing to one of the main tanks. Winston would have been quite bad versus that composition, so not him. But we should have considered playing Reinhardt or Orisa. I would have picked Reinhardt because their Reinhardt didn't look like he was particularly good. So it would be easier to punish him and land Earth Shatters, which is, you know, pretty big money. Because if you think about just like when we walked up behind the Bastion and Orisa that one time, like if we're playing Reinhardt, we got Earth Shatter. That's like Reinhardt, it's Bastion, Doomfist was nearby, so maybe Bastion, Doomfist die, and then Orisa used Fortify, but we could have given Bastion wasn't looking, probably waited and Earth Shattered all of them at the same time. Or just pinned the Bastion, right, because she wasn't fortifying in front of him. We could have walked through the doorway, pinned the Bastion against the wall, and then that's free at that point. But It's very hard to walk through a choke point and actually get stuff done if you don't have a main tank. Now, they were running a Bastion, which will make it difficult to get stuff done as Reinhardt or Orisa, but they weren't positioning well, so we could have just hung back, built up Earth Shatter through Fire Strike, and then punished them for their poor positioning with the Earth Shatter. And I don't know if you want to play Reinhardt or not, like, you might hate Reinhardt, which is fair enough, but I will say it anyway, just for completeness' sake, basically. So, there you go, anyway. Thank you very much for watching if you did. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, I'm more than happy to answer. If you haven't already, you can join our Discord and ask questions more directly and have a conversation about them, or just shitpost with us. If for some reason you enjoyed the video and managed to make it all this way through, please like the video and subscribe for more content of middling quality in the future, and I hope you found the video helpful.